Who are you? And why do you even want to know about me? Yeah, I get it, but it's not easy. I'm so used to people. So used to people calling me names and calling me a freak. And I just kind of came to expect it. So, what is it that you... What is it that you want with me? Did you come to these apartments because of all the strange things that happen here, or... Well, it depends, I guess. So, what do you want to know? I've been through the ringer lately, and frankly, there's not been a whole lot that I feel that I can say to people. You know, in a lot of ways, I always wonder to myself if I view the world the same as everyone else, or if I see a completely different view. That me and my circumstances all have something to bear, not just things of the world, but that I can see things better, more clear, because of my mask, because of my life. I have friends, yes. Do you have friends? I'm glad you do. Friends are pretty good to have, and honestly, I think everyone needs more. Just make sure you're careful with pets. Pardon if that was random, but I had a run-in one time a long time ago that left me, well, it left me very scarred. So make sure you take it with a grain of salt. You wonder why they call me Sally Face. Well, to be honest with you, long ago there was bullies who made fun of my hair, that I like to use my hair in pigtails, and I don't care if somebody calls me a girl or a boy, it doesn't really matter to me. But that's just it. To prove that they couldn't hurt me anymore, I took on the name. I wore my hair just the way I had it. Someone even had the nerve, one of the girls, to tell me that pigtails are for girls only. But I've never seen anything that said anyone can't use them. So, how about you? I feel like I've been talking and you've just been listening. You must be a good listener. I think that's admirable in many ways. But I wonder, why me? Is it my strange appearance? I do apologize if it somehow disturbs you, or if my way of talking is a bit different. You see, I had a bad injury that left me unable to talk without a bit of a strain to it. And other than that, well, life has treated me alright. It hasn't been perfect, but despite the many trials and tribulations, I've spent my time learning about the world, making something of myself. Oh, and I rather like musical arts, particularly the guitar. I think it suits me. What about you? Do you like, it might not seem that way, but I appreciate you. I appreciate that you, you seem to look at me without seeing, well, without asking and beckoning uncomfortable or terrible questions, but I guess you could say you make me feel at ease. You're listening. But it makes me curious. What are you like? How do you feel? What is your life like? Oh, I see. You're quite an interesting person, aren't you? To be so accepting as you are. I appreciate it. So thank you. Never lose that quality. No matter how far the world gets. Don't forget, it's what you make of it for the most part. The guilty and the innocent. It's all just perspective most of the time. And if you make the best of it, you can truly be something in this world. I believe that I can be something someday too. But for now, I'm just learning, understanding, and trying to get a better grasp of how things work. If that makes sense. How about yourself? What are you aiming for right now? Oh, I see. That's very interesting. So simple, but it could be very complicated if you make it. I once read a book on what you're doing, but it was quite some time ago, so I might be rusty. No matter the case, thank you for coming here and talking to me. Would you like to walk outside, perhaps? I'm sure we could come up with something fun to do. Unless you'd like to sit here and hear me play my guitar. I wouldn't mind, don't you, Ryan? It's so good of you that you humor me, though I assume you're being earnest. And if you are, you're a kinder person than I thought. I appreciate that even more than I do tolerance. So please, enjoy just a bit more. Oh, pardon me. Perhaps I got ahead of myself. Would you like to try? I'm sure you could do decent at the guitar if you actually try. I could teach you a thing or two. You see this right here? You have to hold it just like that. Then each one of the strings, you have to put pressure, make sure it's touching the wood of the guitar. Well, I don't know if it's actually made of wood or not, but I hope it is. It could be made of anything, really. But regardless of that, yes, just like that. You're doing just fine. Can I ask you, do you ever see things that you can't explain? Perhaps it's out of the blue, but I often see things more than others. I can see those that shouldn't really be there, but despite that, they enamor me, for the most part. in a lot of ways just like you. Only I know deep down that you exist, that you're somewhere right in front of me, and that you're someone special. So I hope you'll take it to heart that what I say isn't just meant for anyone's ears. It's meant for yours. And that next time I might even tell you a secret if you happen to stop by again. I'd very much appreciate it. And besides that, it does get lonely not having many people who like to listen here. Some of them do, but most have too much to say. You are a good balance of both. I very much like you. Until next time, I'll eagerly await you. Thank you for joining, and just be safe, won't you? Don't let anyone hurt you. Deal? Good. As long as you know. I don't want to lose any more friends. And you seem like one. That's a definite keeper, if you ask me. So, take it as you will. But you've made my day, so I thank you.